Hello, welcome to Clemmy Games Plays, my series where I recommend games which I have really enjoyed personally and I believe are worth checking out. Today we will be looking at Hexcells, a game by the developer Matthew Brown, which was released on Steam in 2014. Hexcells is a puzzle game which, as the title suggests, involves hexagonal cells. So in terms of the number of puzzles or the levels in the game, there are only 30, which while it does not seem like a large amount, the game only costs about $3 on Steam, and again I believe it's something that's worth checking out for yourself. So the game does a good job of explaining how to play as well as the mechanics of the game, and in many ways this game I believe has a lot of influence from Picross or nonograms, which are another form of puzzle games. So I'm playing with a mouse here, and as the instructions suggest, left click to mark a hex as part of the pattern, right click to destroy hexes that aren't part of the pattern. In the top right corner you see there are 7 remaining cells to fill, and as well as a counter for the number of mistakes that you make. So the 6 in this hexagon indicates that there are 6 blue cells surrounding this, so left click will mark the cells as blue, and the 0 here again indicates that there are no blue cells around this, so you can use the right click to essentially review the tiles underneath. So in such a way, yeah, you can just complete the puzzle and we'll move on. So I don't want to show too much of the puzzles, as I've mentioned there aren't that many in the game, but that's not a knock against the game. You get these unique shapes in the puzzles. So for example, in the bottom left you see the 2 hexagons with number 2 in the middle, with only 2 adjacent cells to them. So this means that these are definitely blue cells. Same thing for the cell with the 1 in it. And as a result of these, you realize that the hexagon with the 5, the hexagon directly above that tile will have to be blank, and so on and so forth. So you proceed in a way which is very methodical, which allows you to progress with the puzzles. So I find that Hexcells is a good puzzle game, and it does something which all good puzzle games do, which is to teach you the mechanics very well, and that there is always a logical solution to proceed forward, rather than trying to brute force your way through a puzzle. So the game does increase in complexity, so I don't want to, again, as I said, I don't want to show too many of the puzzles, but we'll pop into the 3rd level set. So in this puzzle, the game teaches you the introduction of numbers in the vertical sense. Numbers outside the grid show the number of blue hexes in that column. So yeah, so you have puzzles like these which which increases the complexity of the game, and introduces more variety into the puzzles, which is of course a good thing. One thing you'll notice is that there is a mistakes counter, and if you make 0 mistakes, you get the full number of these blue cells you see here once at the puzzle completion screen. These blue cells, in the current stage I have 44, will go on to unlock the different level sets. So if you look at the level sets which I have not yet unlocked, you'll notice a blue hexagon with a number in the middle of it, so that's the number of additional blue hexes that I have to get in order to unlock that particular level set. What I have done personally in the past was to play through every single level sequentially, and these puzzle unlocking things didn't really ever bother me. So this is also an interesting mechanic here, where if you have a number in a bracket, it indicates that the hexes are consecutive. So this is where nonogram influence comes from. Nonogram is again another form of puzzle game, and for example, if you look to the extreme left, you'll see that the numbers outside the grid indicates that the tools, in each of the columns there will be 2 hexes which are consecutive, but on the left and right columns there are only 3 cells. So this means that the middle cells must definitely be colored, because any way you place 2 consecutive cells, the middle cells, will be highlighted either way. So the same thing can be seen with the middle puzzle. 4 consecutive cells, but only 5 total, so the middle 3 must be colored. And this new mechanic is actually introduced together with the old mechanic you have learned, which is the number within the cell. And so that's an interesting, this is one of the complexities and the interesting parts of the game. So one thing about this game is that the puzzles are not random, so there are specific levels, and reloading them simply allows you to play through them again in case you want to, for example, learn the mechanics again, or you're unsure, you left the game for a while and you want to pick back up. The other thing is mistakes. So we know that these 3 cells are highlighted, but when you do make a mistake, for example, this works either way, either trying to color in a cell which is not supposed to be blue, or to essentially cross out the cell where it's supposed to be blue. So these simply accumulate the number of mistakes in the top right hand counter, and you can simply just restart the level and your mistake counters will go away. So the other thing about the mistakes is that it's a fairly minor punishment that the game doles out, and you can as I mentioned, you can simply reset the level. But there is a Steam achievement associated with completing all levels with 0 mistakes, and again the mistakes affect the blue hexagons that you get at the end of the level, which again affects the unlocking of the level sets. Hexcells is actually part of a series of 3 games. So there's Hexcells, which is this game you're looking at, there's Hexcells Plus, and there's Hexcells Infinite. And as the Infinite title suggests, in that particular game there is a random generation or procedural generation mechanic which allows you to generate essentially an infinite number of puzzles. While the individual games cost from $3 to $5 each, you can get all 3 games for about $10, and I believe the overall package is a very satisfying puzzle experience as a whole. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Do check it out if you're interested. If you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and share the video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.